Hi, I'm Novi. Today's topic will be slightly different from all my topics in the past. So I'm going to talk about how to hire your sales team if you are in an organization that is actually non-startup. So what it means by non-startup, it means that the company has been running for more than 3 years and above. So at least you actually have a existing customer base. So it's totally not something that you need to target and hunt for new project. Of course, in every organization, be it you are at startup or you are not a startup, you are always be tasked to get a new client because we need to cater in for our existing customer might no longer be working with us or giving us the contract to work. So we got to have a standby new client to fulfill and fill up the gap. So in my next video, I will be showing you a slide where it is about the characteristic of different types of salesperson. So salesperson category for non-startup is divided into three. One is hunter, secondly is farmer, third is maintainer. I believe every one of you has heard about farmer and hunter. You may not heard about maintainer before because that is not common. The name maintainer is actually created by myself, where it is based on my own experience on managing a sales team in a non-startup environment. So in more details of characteristic, please see my next video for more clarity. So my next slide, I'm going to talk about how you actually improve in your hiring management strategy. So you must learn from your past experience and actually improve from there. So when you actually hire a wrong salesperson means that it will actually be chaotic to you as a sales leader. You will also have poor sales management strategy. It means that you will also have a low sales performance. Maintaining business is harder than starting a business. I think this is very true, and if you are a leader has been managing the team for years, you will understand that getting a business is hard, but maintaining a business is even harder. That's why this slide is an advice to you. You make sure that you know what kind of percentage ratio and what kind of different sales characteristic that you can actually pay attention on for your reference in the future. So I'm going to talk about salesperson characteristics as one part. So I'm going to talk about hunter sales and actually as one of the character sales that you should consider. And there are 9 characters that you can pay attention on. One of them is confident, strategic, multitasker, risk taker, executor, passionate, curious, non-detail oriented, goal oriented. Farmer sales, there are also 9 characteristics as well, and you may notice that the characters may repeat from the hunter sales, but of course repetition is fine. It means that there are certain basic characters for you to take note on when you hire a salesperson. If they don't possess these basic characters, meaning that you really hired the wrong person. And some salesperson may not be realizing that they are indeed not suitable to be a salesperson at all. So if you are watching my video, you would understand whether you are a sales leader or whether you are a salesperson. Be honest with yourself whether you are really suitable, whether you are hiring the right salesperson. So what are the 9 characteristics? 1 is confident, strategic, multitasker, risk taker, executor, passionate, short-term planner, detail-oriented, task-oriented. Maintainer is another type of characteristic of salesperson. So I believe when you have been handling sales team for quite a while, hunter and farmer is not a stranger to you at all, but maintainer is definitely something new because this name is not written anywhere in the book or in the marketplace. It's because this maintainer is created by me, and this is based on my experience in the past when running a non-startup company and how should we hire the salesperson under maintainer. There are 9 characters as well, and you may notice also there is some repetition of the character is fine, but at least you get the gist of the character from the maintainer sales. What are they? So confident, patient, manage business risks, organized, calm, long-term planner, customer-oriented, detail-oriented, good at documentations. So I would like to pay attention and emphasize on good documentation and planner, long-term planner. Maintainer must have a very planning mindset. You must think far and you must be very detailed and very good at documentation. I say why? It's because when your company is no longer a startup company, you must have existing customers that you will value and you will cherish because they are the main source of revenue income for the company. Imagine if you lose them, you will have a heart pain, isn't it? So you must have a maintainer sales to help you to maintain all these clients. So if they are not detailed and they are not planner and they are not good at documentation, they won't be able to actually see and look through the past history documents and differentiate what are the gaps that needs to be improved on when they talk to the client and they hear feedback from the client. So they must be able to match the old document and the new document of contract and redo and reword everything. So you need to have a very patient, very detailed person, very good at documentation, and is very forward thinking. So it's totally different from the farmer and the hunter sales, isn't it? So it's okay. At least you know now we have maintainer sales for you to refer to and for you to analyze as well. And my next slide, I'm going to talk about sales management strategy. Sales management strategy, if I have mentioned from my introduction video, is about salesperson ratio in a percentage format between hunter, farmer, and maintainer. So what are the balance percentage that you can pay attention on? So look at my next slide. On the pie chart, the percentage balance. So maintainer and farmer, it should be equal percentage, 40 and 40, and hunter is only 20%. So now I suppose and I can guess every one of you should understand why the maintainer and the farmer is so important for a non-startup company, because farmers serve an existing client and they can actually grow more from the revenue. Maintainer is at least the basic contract or the original contract is being maintained well. But farmer, you need to have a person with a characteristic where they have a certain guts for them to hunt, but it's not a fully hunting role. But where hunter, which is only comprises of 20% of the whole sales team ratio, is where you already have a you already have an existing client to maintain. You don't need that many hunter sales for you to hunt new deals, because the three of them are totally different people. So you should utilize them and use them at the right time, at the right situation. So I hope you learn from this. So after you've seen the slide, different type of characteristic of different type of salesperson and also the ratio, I hope you learn something about it and you get your hiring strategy right during your interview with the potential candidates of salesperson. If you have any more questions or you need more advice on more details of the hiring strategy and on how, what, and why, you can always ping me on the LinkedIn. Thank you.